Let me tell you two stories, two short stories of what happened on the 1st of January 2024, a couple of days ago, and what happened the next day, 2nd of January 2024. And from both stories, I will then tell you simply and straight to the point what the conversation for today is about. Now, on the 1st of January, I met up with a friend somewhere in central London, a friend who had come from the United States of America, where he's doing his MBA. And then on the 2nd of January, I was on the phone with a friend back in Nigeria. Now, what was common among us, sort of the denominator of both experiences, is the lesson that I want to share with you today. So number one, I meet up with a guy from America somewhere in town, and he starts telling me some of the things he's up to while he's in Europe, and he'll be in Europe for a couple of months. And I was blown, like I was blown. It was something else. And this was my very good friend back in Nigeria. I mean, we left Nigeria about the same time, and then he has gone on to do some very, very, very amazing thing, specifics of which I won't be disclosing here. But the point was, it put me under some kind of pressure. It put me under some kind of pressure, like, wow, what am I doing with my life? What's going on? I mean, so it can be this big, it can be this grand, it can be this great, and I'm just here. It was crazy, I can assure you. I moved to the second story. So next day, my guy calls me back from home, and although he wanted, to find out something, but he led us to a very interesting discussion of the kind of stuff that he's doing at the moment, the kind of moves he has made, the kind of places he has been to, in a bid to, solidify the moves, And at the end of the day, I asked him, man, I want in. I want in. What does it take to get in? Or what's the minimum threshold to come in? And he looks at me and smiles. Be like, yeah, the guys he's talking to at the moment, the minimum entry requirement to be part of this deal is 30 million. Like, the minimum is 30 million. I'm like, oh my God, I want in. And I mean, he's such a great guy, such a loyal friend. And then he promises to see how he can let me come in, however I can come in. But the point of it, I was under intense pressure. I mean, this is my guy. I mean, we literally started together, and then here's the kind of thing he's doing or he's working on. And I mean, I'm not doing so badly, to be quite honest. I'm not doing so badly, but these two guys were at another level, right? Now, it leads us to the question of what we have come to call peer pressure, right? So whenever we talk about peer pressure, we usually talk about it in a negative light, Peer pressure as to how people start doing drugs, peer pressure as to how people start trying to meet up with the Joneses and stuff. Peer pressure as to how people begin to cultivate negative habits and exhibit negative behaviors and stuff. But I'm trying to say that one of the most potent tools that can really help you reach to the next level or make 2024 your best year yet might be the same peer pressure, the kind of peer pressure I have described here in the stories of two friends, right? The kind of peer pressure that makes you realize that a lot more can be done, even, and are being done by people who you share the same background, people who you grew up together, literally, people who you schooled together, and I mean, they're out there doing stuff. So that's realization that it can be better than this, it can be bigger than this, it can be grander than this. That pressure that makes you want to level up in that sense without being envious of the people who are involved here. Because I mean, envy is a sad thing that we do. That instead of gaining inspiration from what our peers are doing, we begin to envy them. We begin to want to be them, begin to want to have what they have in that very negative and destructive sense. That doesn't make sense, to be quite honest. But the positive peer pressure in this sense, where you can draw inspiration, where you can even see it as an opportunity to collaborate and move from point A to point B, right? So I think one thing we should do for ourselves in this new year is to seek out, to put ourselves in context where positive pressure can become like a catalyst for our emergence, for our unfolding, for our moving from where we are to where we really want to be. I think that will help a lot. So don't forget, positive peer pressure can become a tool for your next level.